Hey my wolves, my cats, and my crazy creatures, Wolfie here, and today we are going to be drawing some of my old quote-unquote OCs. So yeah, so let's get on into that. Well, I have two containers. One has things that has like art from like the past 3 to 4 years, and the other one has things since I was in kindergarten till I want to say till 2 years ago. So it's kind of off and on. There are some places where they're kind of intersecting. Anyways, so I went and looked around in my box of stories and drawings. From most of them are loose leaf that I drew during school or in the school hours. So yeah, and then I decided to just take a quick glance in the other one. I didn't know if I'd find anything, and I did. Found a few things in there. So I will be drawing 4 characters. Yeah, ambitious, but okay. First off, I'm gonna show off the characters. First off, we have this girl. She does not have a name, but I know that she is Evil Sister. That's all I know because I'm pretty sure these are the same people. Why? Because I never drew pigtails. These were the only characters that I ever drew in pigtails that were this old, that were 5 to 6 years old. So yeah, we have this cat girl that's heavily inspired by Aphmau fantasy show called this. I don't remember what it was called. Anyways, it was like a video game story. Okay, next up we have this woman, this teenager. She doesn't have a name. I looked and checked and I was like, that's so frustrating. When you create an OC, you create a story concept, but you get this close to saying her name and you never did. This doesn't count because it's very significant to the story that I will explain later when I draw her. And last, we have Kona. I'm not drawing links. I'm just going to draw Kona. So, yeah. This is, okay, so this was, I was using a manga tutorial book. I have a manga book and I used a tutorial to draw her, but then I try to just do it in my style later on in life. So that's why these two are very different. But everything's pretty much the same. The only reason why I picked her was because I drew her more than once and I really like her outfit. Okay.
Hi guys, so now it is the voiceover time. So first off, we have Evil Girl. She is called Evil Girl because I don't remember creating a name for her. The story behind her is, from what I can tell, is that she has a sister who is a mermaid that she kidnaps and used to be different. She used to not have pigtails and she used to be down and she had white hair apparently. And for some reason I wrote in cursive and bubble letters, which I don't even like cursive and bubble letters. Okay. The reason why I think they're the same people is because I never drew pigtails 5 years ago. This drawing is 5 years old. Never drew pigtails. This was the only person I've ever drawn with pigtails 5 years ago. And right now, in the drawing, I'm just kind of drawing her face, and her face is just like a bored expression, because like maybe the hero is like monologuing and something, and she's like, I'm tired of this, now let's fight. It is 6:35 when filming that, as you can tell from my phone, because I'm looking at the pose that I want to do. And speaking of the pose, what I planned on doing is like she's sitting in her chair with her feet crossed. So Just so you guys know, I will be linking the poses that references I used in the description below. I just kind of just went on Google and searched whatever I needed to, like if I needed an evil pose or like a fox around someone's shoulder, or that's pretty much what I did. I didn't go on a specific website looking for the poses. And right now, I realized that I drew her ponytails too small. Because I was like, it's her ponytails, and I drew them, and I was like, oh, they look nice. But then I realized they're way too short. So later on, I just decided to elongate them more once I finish the rest of the pose. And if you can tell, she's starting to go crooked. I did not realize this when drawing her. And so when I finished the drawing, I was like, oh, she's crooked. And so what I just plan on doing is that she's levitating. That makes sense for no reason. I just went with it. Who knows, maybe she can levitate. Levitate? Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. But like I said, I drew her 5 years ago. Her hair was probably maybe the main problem, and just figuring out what I was going to do with her feet, because if you notice, most of my feet are very rectangular, square, like triangle, I guess, like that, but different. So I eventually just decided to give her regular, like quote-unquote regular feet. I really like her pose. I think I did a really good job on her pose. And her hair is very interesting, definitely. It's very nice. But man, she must have a very strong neck to keep all of that hair up. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I'd have the strength to do that. Anyways, the main reason for this, I guess, episode was I just wanted to see how well I could convert something from an old art style to my most recent art style. Because it wasn't hard. I guess I just saw a lot of videos on YouTube of other people drawing their old OCs and stuff, and I was like, I've never done that before. I've never drawn my old OCs before. And the reason why I don't really consider them OCs, except for like two, I don't really consider the red ponytail girl an OC, because I didn't know what OCs were until 2 years ago when I joined an art club. And so yeah. No, it was 3 years ago. Sorry, when I joined a club 3 years ago. So yeah. The only way I consider them OCs is if I drew them more than once, or I drew them because I had a story behind them. That's what I consider them. Why I would consider them OCs. She has a story, but I don't know it or remember it, or I've never drew her more than once. Because I drew this, I don't think, I drew them again, but I feel like I drew them at the same time. Who knows? She has the very classic anime eyes as well. And right now, in the drawing, because I haven't really said much about the drawing, more just about her, I'm just working on that hand and now the legs. And this is like at the point that I realize her body is crooked. The entire drawing is crooked. But, I can live with it. I will just go with the flow and figure something out. I decided not to color her. I just added a little bit of red to her, so since that was very significant in the drawing. And right now I'm trying to draw those ponytails, because those ponytails were so hard to draw, because I didn't know which way I was going to do it. If I was going to do it differently, or if I was just going to keep it as the same swoop. This doesn't look right. So I just try to do it how she did it. I mean, how I did it. And yeah. She's I decided to just keep them like little vein sections like in the drawing because I found those very unique and I guess different. I do the last final things, little fix up, and then I just finished it. I just did it off camera, and here is the line art because, like I said, I am just adding a bit of color to it, so I had no intentions in fully coloring it for no reason. I just didn't want to. And here she is, kind of crooked. Okay, now we're on to the cat girl lady thing. I drew her 4 years ago. The story behind her is that she kind of was, I guess she was another species of the of Athmel's character in her series Dream of Estoria. And pretty much that story is like a video game. She like plays a video game and then she later finds out that the video game may or may not be real. I don't know because technically I never finished watching it. So I don't know the full story of how it ended, but maybe I will, maybe I won't, maybe I'll go back to it. Who knows? So I've been a big Athma fan for a long time. I think I started watching her when she first started, like she was about to start My Street, when she was doing that like mini story. Then she did My Street. So if you can tell, there is like a piece of paper where her hair is, and that's because there's pink there. Well, it's technically red, and then I accidentally tried to cover up with white paint, and it wasn't.
I'm sad. I drew a pretty good hand, but I can't keep it because I gotta move her elbow more. She's gotta have an elbow. It can't be straight out. We need elbows.
Yeah, like my past self said, I had trouble with her arm because the pose I was looking at, it wasn't like that, but it just didn't look right to me, so I just did it how I wanted it. So yeah, as I was saying before, I was interrupted by my old self. I don't even remember what I said. She was the reason why. Oh yeah, because of that little paper slit. I took it off, tried to cover it up with white paint. Didn't work because it wasn't fully dry, so I just turned it. Good thing it was pink because she actually throws pink balls of energy in my poster. Here's a picture of the poster that I drew the same year. And in that one, I didn't actually add her purple highlight for some reason. So instead of just not drawing it, I just added it in her hair instead. So yeah. And like I said, she's the same species or heavily inspired by Dream of Astoria's Aphmau character. It is 12 at night when drawing this. Yay me. Uh, so apparently she throws pink balls of energy. And I guess during this like time period I just like drawing little nub feet instead of actually doing triangular feet, because I think a year or 2 years after that I started drawing triangular feet until I went to my weird triangle slash squarish feet. So that's kind of the story behind feet. I've never been really great at figuring out how feet work, so that's my story. with her pose, like I said, she's kind of just like in a fighting position, throwing a fireball, fighting her bad guy, which is apparently a bulldog, as it's shown in the poster that I did. This drawing took me about 18 minutes to do. The other one took me about 30 minutes to do. Don't really know why it took me 30 minutes for the other drawing. Maybe it was mostly the hair and the feet position. Who knows? I really like how I drew her outfit. It's similar and different. I kind of made it more look like a belly dancer than anything. But I still like it. And I think what I dislike is maybe just I could have thought of a better pose to do instead of this, because it still kind of looks a little weird now as I look of it now in my book. But who knows, maybe it'll finally grow on me. I do not have black hair. I don't know why I decided to give her black hair, maybe because it was easier to color than trying to find a dark/light brown hair. Huh. Don't know why I gave her blue eyes, because I don't have blue eyes, but you know, it's my own. I didn't explain her, did I? No. I explained her story and stuff. She is actually supposed to be me. But now I'm just super wolfy. So yeah. And here is the line arted version of her. And then I add more color. So yeah, she was supposed to be me as a superhero. Now I'm just super wolfy. So I used to be a cat, and now I'm a dog. Why do I call myself Wolfie instead of Kitty? Because it's just kind of a nostalgia thing. I like wolves more than cats. But the reason why my channel is called Cute Kitty 16 is kind of, I've been wanting a YouTube channel for a long time, and I just decided to keep it the same thing that I planned on having it when I was younger. So yeah, that's kind of the story behind why I'm called Cute Kitty 16 and why I called myself Wolfie nowadays. Because that's what my friends call me. Well, most of them at least. Anyways, back to what's going on the drawing. So next we have girl. Don't know her name, but she was a comic story idea for me. The story behind her was pretty much she gets trapped in a video game that she was playing, and she has to help save it with her partner Violet, which is the fox, who is also, I guess, the tutorial guide. You know, you always have like those NPCs that are like your friend, but also the tutorial helper, narrator, tutorialist, you know. But she also helps her when she gets stuck on something. So she's not only a tutorial guide, but she's also the general guide. That's the story behind her. I never actually finished the story. I only got 5 panels done, and then I stopped. And this drawing was 3 years ago. Took me about 18 minutes to do. 3 years ago, like I said, I learned about what OCs were, so I kind of focused on making OCs. And problems with her, I guess, was the chair. I'm not that great when it comes to backgrounds. I've been trying to do better at it. I enjoy drawing backgrounds and scenes. I'm just not that great when it comes to perspective stuff. So I did my best based off of the reference I had. And she's just kind of, the story behind her pose is that she's just playing a video game while her little violet fox is on her shoulder, which is pretty cool, which is pretty nice. Violet is 15 apparently. She really likes mystical creatures in video games, which I guess was pretty obvious. I guess I already said the problems. I really liked how I drew her eyes. They're very different from what my usual eyes were, but I kind of gave her more cartoonic eyes for no reason. Guess I just kind of wanted to do something a wee bit different. And I like the little flow of her hair, because like it goes in and then goes out again. And I guess she's like one of my full-blown human OCs. She's the only human OC that I drew today. I know the evil girl is technically human, but she also has magical abilities, so... Is she fully human? Who knows? The world may never know. Uh, Violet. She's a nice character. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. She's Violet's kind of just a sweethearted NPC helper and stuff. So right now I am drawing Violet on her shoulder. And she was very cute to draw. I really liked how I drew her. I've been getting better at drawing animals actually, which I'm very happy about. And I enjoy her little stuffed animals behind her in her chair. Thought that was really cool. For some reason, she has shoes on, so I just didn't want to draw any more feet. So yeah, oh. I don't know what just happened. And here is the line art. Really weird transition, didn't really work out, but you know, whatever. And I decided not to color her because I didn't color her, so I just colored in Violet because I knew what she looked like, what her colors were, so yeah. Just kind of makes it easier for me and gives me an excuse not to color. I don't really know why I don't like coloring. Maybe because I'm scared that the color scheme's gonna look bad or whatnot. But yeah, I didn't color them. Just added a little hint of what was significant. And last but not least, we have Kona. I drew her, I'm pretty sure 3 years ago. I not really know what her story is. She's just kind of like one of those modern days. It's modern time, but there's also supernatural stuff. Main reason why I drew her was because I saw a girl that was a grade above me outside during recess, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. She's like me, but cooler. So the next day I went outside and drew, and this is what I came up with. And Kona, her body, like I said earlier, is what's it called? I have this manga book that I got for one of my birthdays, manga art book tutorial, and I just kind of drew the body from the book, like how to draw bodies, that tutorial in the book, and that's why she looks like how she does, because she looks completely different from all my other art styles, and that was just because of, because I was trying something new. I think if I just cut out her stomach, she would have looked perfectly fine. It's just like she has this weird little bump on her stomach, and your stomach doesn't really go out unless that's just your body type, and that's not her body type. So yeah, I decided to kind of give her this lean, guess like kind of like catwalk pose. But for the first 8 minutes of drawing this, I failed at drawing it. This took me maybe about 10 to 12 minutes to do, including the fail attempts of drawing her body. She just kept on getting crookeder and crookeder. I just kind of didn't want to have two crooked characters. So yeah. She's kind of just doing like that little catwalk pose where your feet go in front of each other. I really like how her hair is, because I don't really draw characters with short hair because I never liked short hair. I've always been against short hair. I don't want my hair to be short, and yeah. Guess the only thing I really changed about her was her shoes. Because the way I just wanted to give her a pose, it wouldn't make sense for her to have flip-flops. Well, I didn't know how to draw her feet with flip-flops like that. So I kind of just left it with boots. I really like how her outfit is too. The shoulder off top and the flip flops with the short hair. I don't really know why she has a gem in her head, but she does, and it's partially gets covered by her hair. But she's just like taking a little stroll in the city, doing what she does. It's a little windy. It's just what I came up with the pose. I guess I could have done better with her feet somehow, but I was kind of in a rush because I was kind of tired of drawing and I just wanted to go. I kind of just wanted to stop, so did my best to the point where I was pleased with it, but then again I could have done better, like I said. I already said I drew her 3 years ago, yeah. If you notice, the evil girl kind of had like hip, quote unquote, hip hop background music. The cat girl had like medieval time back music, and then Gwen, not Gwen, the gamer girl slash Violet and Kona just have whatever music I could find. Because, yeah, I just didn't really know I didn't really have a theme for their music. So, yeah. So I just to draw her ears. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do the Cody version or just the regular version I did, so I just kind of did the regular version. And anyways, I also want to say I'm sorry because this video is a day late. I was editing this very late at night and I thought I could make it, but I passed out while trying to edit this. And I'm doing the voiceover twice because I really didn't like it the first time. And here's the line art. I didn't color her because I didn't want to. And plus I didn't color her before, so there was no reason for me to. So here are the side-by-side views. Evil girl, the cat girl, old superhero version of me, and the gamer girl and Violet. I looked in my books and I only drew one guy that I found, but I decided not to do him. And here's Kona. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I will see you guys in my next video. I will definitely make sure that I upload on time this Friday. So I will see you guys once again in my next video. Hope you enjoyed. Bye, and stay crazy yourself. Ciao.